With basketball gaining more and more popularity in the world because of some huge names like Lebron James, Stephen Curry, and Kevin Durant, have you ever stopped to ask yourself what these players are worth? I'm sure you have, and it's a natural thought. So below we are going to cover the top 10 richest basketball players that are still actively playing the game. Coming in at 10th spot is Derrick Rose, with a net worth of approximately $90 million. He has played for 6 different clubs in the NBA, including Chicago Bulls, New York Knicks, Cleveland Cavaliers, Minnesota Timberwolves, and Detroit Pistons. Currently, he earns the veteran's minimum NBA salary of $2.1 million, but at his peak, he earned $21 million playing for the Knicks, and in a typical year, he earns $12 to $15 million from endorsements, most notably that of the Adidas deal in February of 2012, just a couple months before tearing his ACL. The 2010 and 11 MVP signed a massive 13-year, $185 million deal with Adidas. Derrick Rose's net worth in 2021 is valued to be $90 million. Aside from Adidas, Derrick Rose also became an endorser of Wilson Sporting Goods, Skull Candy, Powerade, and was on the cover of the athletes of NBA 2K13. Coming in at number 9, Blake Griffin, with a net worth of $110 million. Since making his debut in 2010, Griffin has played for 3 different clubs in the NBA. He made his professional debut in Los Angeles with the Clippers, where he spent 8 years. The Clippers paid Griffin $113 million in total cash before trading him to the Detroit Pistons in 2018. Griffin signed a 5-year, $171 million contract with the Clippers in July 2017. Only to be traded in January 2018. He ultimately agreed to a buyout with the Pistons despite being under contract in 2021 and 2022, with his next season's deal initially set to pay him around $39 million. Griffin gave up over $13 million as part of the buyout and wound up with the Nets in an effort to win a championship. Over and above his $29.5 million salary, Griffin has endorsements with Kia, AT&T, Subway, and NBA 2K, and is also becoming a famous industry performer with his stand-up comedy. Chris Paul, with a net worth of $130 million, comes in at number 8. Currently playing for the Phoenix Suns, he has played for 4 different clubs in the past, including New Orleans, LA Clippers, Houston Rockets, and Oklahoma City Thunder. The majority of Paul's fortune comes from his NBA salary. In the summer of 2008, following his 3rd season with the Hornets, the former Wake Forest standout signed the first big deal of his career. This came out to the tune of $63.6 million. 4-year rookie extension with New Orleans that would take effect beginning in 2009-2010. A couple of years later, Paul signed a max extension with the Clippers amounting to $107.3 million over 5 years. In 2017, Paul was traded to the Houston Rockets to pair up with James Harden. The following year, at the age of 33, the Rockets signed Paul to another max deal. This time around, it was worth a whopping $159.7 million over 4 years. In the summer of 2019, they shipped him off to Oklahoma City Thunder in exchange for Russell Westbrook. After the 2019-2020 season, Paul still has 2 more years on his current deal, which would see him earn a total of around $85.5 million for 2 seasons. Paul also has a number of endorsement deals that include contracts with Nike, Beyond Meat, Spalding, and of course State Farm Mutual Insurance. Forbes projects that Paul earns roughly $6 million per year in endorsement deals alone. And of course, adding his salary of $24 million with the Phoenix Suns. Coming in at the 7th spot, Stephen Curry, net worth of $130 million. The superstar has been praised by players and analysts for his quality and has been regarded as the greatest shooter in NBA history. The point guard position player has enjoyed his career in basketball since he made his debut for Golden State Warriors in 2009. Having enjoyed a successful career so far in the NBA, Curry's biggest NBA contract to date was the $201 million extension he signed with the Warriors in 2017. Golden State was the height of its success at that stretch, with Curry earning the league's top salary for the past 2 seasons. He has a contract worth $40 million in the 2019-20 season. He currently earns an annual salary of $45 million, and several reports even indicate that the 32-year-old earns more from endorsements than from his actual NBA salary, with Curry raking in $42 million endorsements money in 2019 and can only be higher now. His endorsements with Under Armour, JP Morgan Chase, and he became the ambassador for Infinity in 2017. Coming in at number 6, Dwight Howard, with a net worth of $140 million. Howard made a huge impact on the league early in his career, and by year 3 he was already a bona fide all-star. This was rewarded by his first substantial contract with Orlando, signing Howard to a 5-year rookie extension worth $83.2 million. This led Howard to taking his talents to Texas, where he signed a 4-year max deal with the Houston Rockets worth $87.5 million. After 3 years with the Rockets, however, Howard opted to decline the final year of his contract, amounting to $23.3 million. He entered free agency and eventually penned another huge contract with the Atlanta Hawks for $70.5 million for 3 years, but now is back at the Lakers on a minimum deal. He currently earns an annual salary of $24.3 million, but he did sign a massive deal with the Chinese sneaker brand Peak in 2015, which is estimated to be in the range of $15 to $30 million. Coming in at the halfway mark, Carmelo Anthony, with a net worth of $160 million. Anthony's contract is only worth $2.16 million, but nonetheless, Anthony's years of being one of the league's brightest stars have allowed the 10-time All-Star to build up quite the fortune throughout his 17-year NBA career. He has played for 4 different teams in the NBA since he started his career, including the Denver Nuggets for 8 years, New York Knicks for 7 years, Oklahoma City for a year, and the Houston Rockets a year, and currently Portland Trail Blazers. Anthony's exact net worth has varied between multiple sources, but according to CelebrityNetWorth.com, Carmelo Anthony's net worth in 2021 is estimated at an impressive $160 million. He made roughly $53 million in 7.5 seasons as a Denver Nugget, $26 million from 1 season with the Oklahoma City Thunder, $25.5 million from his 2018 buyout from the Atlanta Hawks, and just $182,000 from his brief stint with the Houston Rockets. However, the bulk of his contract money came from his 6.5 seasons as a New York Knick, where he racked up $136 million in contracts. Currently, Anthony earns an annual salary worth $28 million, but Anthony's business portfolio includes endorsements from the likes of Nike, Foot Locker, and Panini trading cards, and he has just signed a shoe deal with Jordan Brand. With a net worth of $165 million, James Harden coming in at number 4. He signed a huge contract extension with the Rockets back in 2017. While he's now on the Nets after his blockbuster trade early in the 2021 season, he's still on the same contract and is making over $41 million. That's the highest salary on Brooklyn ever, with Kevin Durant and Kyle Irving also being featured on the roster. He has endorsement deals with Adidas, Beats, Body Armor, State Farm, Amazon, and Foot Locker, amongst other companies. He's one of the most popular athletes in the world, so more and more companies figure to sign Harden to endorsement deals moving forward. James Harden signed a 13-year, $200 million deal with Adidas in 2015. He has become the face of the brand ever since he established himself as one of the best scorers in the league history over the past few seasons. Russell Westbrook taking us into the top 3 with a net worth of $170 million. After joining the NBA in 2008, Russell went on to earn $250 million in salary alone in his first decade in the league. His base salary is $44 million, and he earns millions more every year from endorsements. In September 2017, Westbrook signed both the largest contract in Jordan Brand history, a 10-year deal worth a reported $150 to $200 million, and in NBA history, a 5-year $205 million extension. When Oklahoma City traded Russell to Houston in 2019, the Rockets absorbed the contract, meaning his salary will average $41 million per year. He was traded to the Washington Wizards in 2020 and then the Los Angeles Lakers in 2021. Number 2, Kevin Durant, with a net worth of $170 million. He signed a 4-year, $164 million contract with the Brooklyn Nets over the summer and is currently worth $170 million in 2021. Durant has been a max contract-worthy player since day one, and he will make $351 million in NBA money once his net contract expires in 2023. His off-field salaries also earn him a lot of money. In 2020, Durant received an off-field payment worth $44 million from his endorsements, including Degree, Master and Dynamic, Nike, and YouTube. The superstar also has a YouTube channel which has 800,000 subscribers that has also helped boost his net worth in 2021. And of course, coming in at number 1 with a net worth of $500 million, LeBron James. The well-known basketball player has earned huge salaries that have helped him become the richest basketball player in 2021. LeBron James plays for the Los Angeles Lakers and joined the Lakers in 2018 on a 4-year contract worth $153 million. This season, James made roughly $37.5 million just off his contract. However, James is very multifaceted, and most of his earnings in 2019 came from endorsements. Forbes has James' endorsements numbers at $53 million in 2019. Some of his biggest endorsement deals include his lifetime deal with Nike, that will pay him $1 billion by the time he is 65, and lucrative deals with Coca-Cola, Beats by Dre, Kia Motors, and NBA 2K. Other of his endorsements include AT&T, GMC, Nike, Rimowa, and Walmart. After agreeing to the Lakers deal in 2018, James's career earnings eclipsed $1 billion in terms of contracts over his career. James made $169 million in 11 seasons with the Cleveland Cavaliers, $64 million in 4 seasons with Miami Heat, and $73 million with 2 seasons with Los Angeles Lakers. Who is your favorite basketball player that you think deserves to be on this list? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And thank you for watching.